Thank you so much, you guys. You know, one of my favorite movies of all time happens to be a Christmas movie. It's called It's a Wonderful Life. And, lots of fans. You know, I just love the message of this movie. It's about this man who lives in a very small town called Bedford Falls. And ever since he's a little boy, he has these big, huge dreams where he wants to travel the world and he wants to write stories that will inspire people and he wants to invent things that will change people's lives. And he wants to live this great big life. However, things happen as he grows older to the people around him, and one by one he gives up his chances to leave in order to help those that he loves. And it reaches a point in the movie where he's quite discouraged and he kind of accepts that he's probably never going to leave Bedford Falls. And because of that, he starts to think that his little life was a waste and that it didn't make a difference to anyone. However, he gets given this gift where he gets to see what the world would have been like if he had never lived. And everything is different in this little town, especially for those that he loves so much. Their lives are so devastatingly different without him. And he realizes for the first time that actually he lived a pretty important life. Actually, his life made a big difference. And, you know, I think sometimes we can all feel like this character, George Bailey. We look around and we think, wow, this world is so big and there's so many people doing so many amazing big things. And it can sometimes make us feel a little bit insignificant and small in our little corner. But I don't think it's possible to live a small life. Because in my case, the things that made the biggest difference to me were never said from a microphone in front of an audience. It was never a viral video that changed my life. No, the big moments that massively made me who I am were the little things that happened in the walls of my tiny home as a child. They're the little conversations that I had on a side street with someone who's practically a stranger. We have no idea the impact that we leave on this world and the people we come in contact with. And I think so much more important than living a big life, I think, is living a good life. And that's where the differences are made. And so I want to take my neighbor's advice that he gave to me, and I want to turn it to each of you. I want to remind you that it's not about the violin. It's not about the big promotion, or how many followers you have, or the fancy clothes, or all of those things, you know, how many friends you have at school. It's not about any of those things that so often we use to describe ourselves. But truly, what makes you who you are and what makes you special is the fact that just by being you, underneath all of that, you are magic.